let's talk about who's pound for pound today. And I only got 3 people on that list, and one of them is really creeping up fast, but he can't get the fight that he needs. And so I got, so I can't put him on here yet. But right now, top 3 is Terence Crawford, Naoye Inoue, and Canelo Alvarez. We're going to go in order, and then I got it in the order that I believe that it's in. Me personally, I got Terence Crawford number 1. And the reason why Terence Crawford is number 1 is because he's done more than everybody. As far as I'm concerned, he's unified 2 divisions in the 4-belt weight class and was a champion at 135. So he's a champion at 135. He unified 140 and beat all the top guys there at 140. Everybody, all the top guys, moved up to welterweight. Now, mind you, this was the funny part, and I want to make sure that people are clear about this, because I've been saying that Terence Crawford is the top fighter in boxing for a long time. And the reason why I've been saying this is because I've been watching him from all with his smaller weight classes. He fought, what's the guy name that actually knocked out, he gave him Amir Khan his first loss. Amir Khan was undefeated. He got Breeders Prescott knocked out Amir Khan in the first seconds of the first round. Terence Crawford was a fill-in, annihilated him, and he just kept beating people. And when he unified 140, see, it was like it was happening under the radar. I mean, but he was doing a great job. I'm watching him. And when he started calling out the likes of Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, Danny Garcia, he was still really at 140. And then when he came up to 147, they told him, well, you gotta get a belt first. You ain't even got no belt. So who he fight? He fights the person that beat Manny Pacquiao. Just beat Manny Pacquiao, Jeff Horn, knocks him out in the 9th round. And then going from there, he went 7-0 with 7 knockouts I'm gonna say 6-0 with 6 knockouts before he ever met Errol Spence. Now, I've been telling people this is what be making me mad sometimes, because when you say things like this, they be like, see, I'm telling you, I've been telling people for a long time, Errol Spence cannot beat Terence Crawford. That's why I won so much money that night. Nobody can beat Terence Crawford. I just don't believe that he can get beat. Just like I didn't believe Floyd could get beat. I knew what would happen when they got in the ring, because Terence Crawford has everything that you look for in a fighter. He got the mean streak, he got the skills, he know how to box without being in his feelings, he know how to fight if you want to turn it in a fight, he know how to switch, he know how to turn to southpaw, whatever, and he great at everything that he do. He not good at this and good at that. He great at every single thing. So when he went up there and he beat everybody, and I know, like the Sean Porter fight, I wasn't really excited about because I knew that they were personal friends, and he didn't want to fight Sean Porter anyway, and Sean Porter didn't really want to fight him, but he had to do it because nobody else would. Now after that, finally, the Errol Spence fight happens, and I told everybody that fight would end in 8th or 9th round. I even told one of the greats, Iceman Mil McCory, the same thing. And he didn't go either way. He just said that he thinks it's gonna be a good fight. However, this fight went exactly how I thought it would go. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody was thinking that Terence Crawford was too small and couldn't take his power. And once he pushed Errol Spence back, and I want to say the first round or maybe the second, you could see the change. But at the whole point is he knew when he got in the ring that this dude is not small and this dude is not weak. And then the skills level just took over. Boom. And that was that. So, and another reason why I'm giving Terence Crawford the number 1 spot is because he is like, I don't know what it is, but it's like he the black sheep in boxing. Because they always try to keep him out like he did something wrong to somebody. But the dude is the best fighter in the game. That's another reason too, because he ain't just fighting against fighters, he fighting against politics. So I don't like that. I don't like that that's what's going on. Now with Inoue, it's just short and simple with him. This dude, what is he, 27-0 with 24 knockouts at that lightweight class, and he's annihilating everybody. He annihilated Stephen Fulton. He annihilating everybody. He putting everybody to sleep, and his skill level was unmatched. I think for him, I see nobody that can mess with him. He's beating all the top people that's supposed to be able to beat him, and so I think his only challenge now is to move up in weight class. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think we'll ever see a Inoue Tank Davis fight. People say that that's the only person that can challenge him. Inoue says that Tank can't challenge him. I beg to differ there. it myself. I really don't see nobody that can mess with this dude at this point that I can look at and say they'll give Inoue a problem. He would literally have to do like Roy Jones had to do. Some fighters, they have to do a bigger challenge, because Roy Jones was a natural 154 at first, and then when he went up to 160, he murdering people. We go to 168, he murdering people. But then we got to 175, he was murdering people, but he wasn't knocking them out the same because the weight. Then he goes up to he goes up to heavyweight. He weighed 199 that fight. I think Ruiz weighed 226, so he had like a 27-pound advantage on Roy, but Roy still outdid him. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the type of challenge that Inoue gonna have to take, and that will have to be somebody like Tank Davis or something like that, because I don't see nobody at 130 giving him any problems either. So he would have to go up to 135 to do something. I got him number 2 because he's fought everybody. Terence Crawford has done the same thing, so he's number 2. Number 3, I got Canelo Alvarez. And I know people saying, like, why would you have Canelo Alvarez number 3 with 62 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, and 39 knockouts? Well, the reason why I'm doing this is because, to me, I'm just being honest, his record, his resume is not as big as what people think it is. I think that they did a great job raising him up. They did a really great, Golden Boy, to be honest with you, and his team. You know, I'm sure his team had a lot to do with it, but they did a great job raising him up, because he fought some guys like to get up there. He fought like Kermit Cintron, old Shane Mosley, Austin Trout. The one thing that I seen happen after that November 14th fight, 2013 against Floyd Mayweather, he got just completely demolished. I mean, he may have won the first round, and that was a fill-out round. You know, he couldn't figure that out. And after that, he didn't want to fight boxers like that anymore. But like for instance, he fought Angulo, I think, after Floyd, and then after that, I think he fought Erzurlandi Lara, and that was a close fight. That, to me personally, that fight could have went either way, but they gave it to Canelo, so that's cool. After that, you start seeing, for me, it was a drop off. Let's just, like, if you go down his record after the Floyd Mayweather fight, it's really not that impressive. So I look at, okay, he fought James Kirkland, he knocked him out. I expected that, because he's a plot fighter. Anybody that applied, stand there in front of Canelo, he gonna beat him. Miguel Cotto, that was a good match, but he won that. Amir Khan, I don't understand, because Amir Khan was a natural 147-pound fighter. He moves up to 160, he gets knocked out in the 6th round. He don't have a chin at 147, so he definitely ain't gonna have no chin at 160. Liam Smith, I knew he would win. Julio Chavez Jr., we knew he would win. Golovkin, I give him credit for that. That was a good fight, but I still always thought that he was a superior boxer over the heavy-handed Golovkin, so they fought twice. Now, after that Golovkin fight, I mean, he fought Rocky Fielding. I didn't even really know who Rocky Fielding was until he fought him. That's just flat out. That's when he moved up to super middleweight. Rocky Fielding was nobody to me, and his record wasn't all that then. Then he fought Daniel Jacobs. And I like Daniel Jacobs. I just thought that he was outmatched. Kovalev was already out the door. He wasn't the same after Andre Ward. Andre Ward actually destroyed Kovalev, so he was fighting a shell of him. Callum Smith, I didn't really care about. Yildirim, I don't really care. Billy Joe Saunders is a great fighter, but he has no power, so if you can't keep Canelo off of you, you can't do anything. Caleb Plant, same thing. I like Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant is a superior boxer, but without that punching power, then you can't keep him off of you. And then boom, and see, now that you gotta realize throughout this time, people are asking for him to fight Benavidez. And Benavidez is that's his biggest challenge. That's going to be his biggest challenge. But he moves up to 175 to avoid that fight, in my eyes, and he ends up getting beat by Dimitri Bivol. Why? Because he's a great boxer, bigger and slick. He's not good, like something about with these slick boxers he can't really deal with. He fights Golovkin again, which nobody cares at this point. Golovkin is 40 years old. John Ryder, I knew he was going to win that fight. Jermell Charlo, I didn't care. I watched it, but really it was like, what I didn't like, okay, that's Jermell Charlo. This is a 154-pounder, and he's coming up 14 pounds to fight you at 168. I would rather him fought Jamal, even though Jamal has been kind of doing something else at the time. I would have rather see that fight. People don't get like a Floyd Mayweather or Roy Jones or like all these fighters, like they wouldn't get credit for these type of wins. Floyd definitely wouldn't get no credit for a win like this, because that's Jermell Charlo, who 14 pounds smaller than you. If Floyd called up somebody 135 to come to 147, it'll be a problem. But he got credit for that Jermell Charlo fight, I didn't agree with, and that Amir Khan fight, I didn't agree with. Jamie Munguia, that was a good challenge. I just knew that Canelo was better than him. What I'm saying here is Tank has a better resume to me, and I'm just saying this is why I really got Tank number 3 or 2. I don't think Tank has a chance or had a chance to show everything that he can bring to the table just yet. I know some people saying that he's scared or whatever. I'm not hearing nothing like that. I don't think no fighter is scared, so I just don't believe that you can talk about any person that's willing to walk inside that square circle and put their life on the line and call them scared. Not especially if you got power like Tank. Even if you don't got power like Tank, stepping in between there square circle, that means you got heart. But my thing is this: Terence Crawford number 1, Inoue is number 2 because he has a chance to prove who he is against some of the most top fighters. Tank hasn't been able to do that yet, but he's doing it. And I think that this new deal that he got going, he gonna try to run through everybody. I think that his fight with Ryan Garcia, he's fought a lot of great fighters. I think now he's trying to set himself apart. He gonna try to get at Shakur Stevenson. He gonna try to get Lomachenko. He can get at Devin Haney. No sense in it to me, but he could do it if he wanted to. Inoue, he probably wouldn't get no credit for if they ever did meet, but I think he could be a beast at 140 and take over that division too. I think his biggest challenge at that weight class would be Pitbull, nobody else. That's my top 3/4. So let me know who y'all got. Let me know who y'all got in the comments. Who you got number 1, 2, or 3. Let me know if you think I'm wrong. That's fine too. I just wanted y'all to see who my pound for pound list is. It's your boy King G with Really Though Podcast. Peace.